Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. A request I've had time and time again from you guys watching is for me to review my Dixon High D whistle. So today I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, what I think of it. You guys should already know how it plays because I play this whistle a lot. So yeah, here's the lowdown. So this is the Dixon Pro High D, also known as the Dixon DX005. It's a polymer whistle. It's straight bore. The plastic is reasonably thick, but it's a very lightweight whistle. The mouthpiece is moulded as part of the whistle, so it's not a separate mouthpiece, but it does come with a brass tuning slide, so the whistle comes apart. You do need to grease and oil the brass tuning slide just to make sure that it keeps a bit of movement. I generally leave it about there. Just a few millimeters between the top and bottom parts, and I find that makes me play in tune. Now this particular whistle is in the key of D. As I've said, it's light, it's all moulded, it's a two-piece. It comes in this black polymer. It's got a nice, easy slide motion for ornaments, and the holes are quite large in places, which makes half-holing pretty easy on this whistle. The bottom notes aren't bad as far as volume goes. It isn't the loudest whistle, and that's actually why I like it. The higher up you get in the octave, and certainly in the third octave, it is very loud. It is ear-piercingly loud. But one of the reasons it's my current favourite whistle, actually topping all my whistles at the moment, is because of the volume. It's easy to play, it doesn't require a lot of air. In fact, there's a very low air requirement, especially for the first octave, the lower notes. So yeah, there's not as much sound, there's not as much volume coming out of it. That means that this whistle isn't going to be great for playing with other instruments in session, but it's a perfect practice whistle, and it's great for playing in a place where you've got neighbours nearby that you don't want to disturb too much. Plays well in the first, second, and will hit the third octave, I don't know, at least a D. I think I've gone higher. Told you it was loud. Only when it gets to the higher octaves. But you do have a great range on this whistle, and this whistle will hit notes that all my other whistles won't. C natural. Is just as strong as every other note on this whistle, and that is very impressive. Now, I don't actually know the difference between this whistle and the DX005. This whistle I bought on Amazon for £32. It was listed as a Dixon Pro, direct from Dixon. I think it's probably an earlier model of the current DX005 or 005 if we'd like to go James Bond style. The main difference appears to be the brass, so I don't know if that's for decoration, but I think the latest model has a brass ring around the bottom of the whistle rather than just around the tuning slide. As far as I can see and tell, that's the only difference. But currently, if you buy a DX005 or 005, it's about £45 or £40 or £45 rather than the 32 that I paid. So yeah, I don't know the difference. I don't think there really is a difference. On the box, it says DX005, so yeah, I think it's the same whistle but an earlier version. You can see if I show you the front here, there's a little Tony Dixon embossed logo. The whistle itself, you might be able to see, does have signs of being handmade. You can see where the pipe has been sort of sanded almost. You can see where it's been cut and glued here around the tuning slide. It's a little bit rustic on close inspection, but it doesn't actually affect the playability of the whistle or really the appearance of it, because when you stand a bit further away, you don't really notice that. It is wearing a little because I play it often. You can see there are some sort of shiny marks around the finger holes. That's just general wear and tear. Now, I've mentioned that this is currently my favourite whistle. simply because it's easy to play once you make friends with it. I haven't reviewed this for so long as yet because it did take me a while to get used to playing this whistle properly. I knew when it came it was going to be good. The second I picked it up I knew I could make something amazing with this whistle, but not straight away. It takes a while to get used to the amount of air that you need to put into this whistle to get the best out of it. So I've taken my time learning to play this whistle so that I can review it honestly and accurately rather than just jumping in and being confused by it. It is my favorite whistle because it's easy to play in 3 octaves, so you've got a great range of notes. Easy to do half holes. It's not particularly loud, so it's great for practice. Yeah, and it sounds super cool. Now the raw sound you guys will have heard earlier on in this video, but I'll give you a little sound sample of raw sound now. And I'll also give you a little sample of mastered sound. I master my sound in a program called Sony Vegas. It's actually a movie studio version, so it's quite a cheap version. It's an old version of Movie Studio as well, so you could probably get that really cheap as long as it'll run on your computer. It's video editing software that I use to create the videos. I go into my sound options and I click on Smooth and Enhance and I smooth the sound, and then I add reverb and I get options like Cathedral or Wide Open Hall or Concert Hall. So I just pick whatever I'm in the mood for, turn up the echo, and it's job done. So if you're interested, check out Sony Vegas Movie Studio. Any old version will be fine. Now there's not a lot more I can say about this whistle. That's about all there is to it. It has got this nice mellow, sweet, ocarina style sound, which I really like. It doesn't need warming up because it's polymer, so it always plays in tune the second you pick it up. I don't have a lot of problem with this whistle with condensation, or it doesn't get clogged very often when you play it. It's a little gem for £32, so I can definitely recommend it. I've put a link to where I got mine on Amazon below, but you guys can go to the Tony Dixon website as well. I'll put a link for that as well so you guys can see that. So yeah, hope you enjoyed my review. As I said, if you're looking for a classy little high D, sounds sweet and mellow, it's lightweight, and you just want it for home or for practice or for personal use, then I can definitely recommend it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. If you've got comments, questions or suggestions, hit me up in the messages below. And until next time, happy whistling.